Hey everyone, DFA here, welcome back to the channel. And I think I finished last video by saying that I wanted to go back to looking at interesting ships, but yeah, I'm afraid I have to take a look at the Atlantico first, because you know, Wargaming released an update of the commander skills, which is essentially adding categories of new skills, and I think that these are really, honestly, they're pretty mediocre. Unless you're a brawling ship, because yeah, those skills are pretty much tailored for brawling ship, let's be honest. Brawling battleships, and especially the last one, last stand, this is super strong. And so I wanted to actually test it with the stupidest of all brawlers in the game, the Atlantico. And it's a good thing because I hadn't reviewed it since the nerf. I had not reviewed it before it because I thought it was one of the dumbest ship ever. I played it only once, and yeah. Let me just say that, yeah, secondary overload 3 on that thing, it was not Wargaming's best idea. Let's take a look at the stats of it, and then we'll take a look at the gameplay. So there we have the Atlantico, and the first thing Wargaming nerfed was the protection of that thing. If I remember, they reduced the deck armor. When I tested it, it's still very well protected. I didn't really see any difference. It's still a very complicated ship to take down with guns. 46,000 HP elemental damage was actually quite nice on this one. It's a fairly slow ship, 24 knots, not super maneuverable, so yeah, it's not tactically very interesting. The main guns, I think Wargaming nerfed the reload, 23 seconds, one of the highest at tier 8 if I'm not mistaken. The accuracy was nerfed massively as well, so now it's it's certainly below average, and so you actually get the worst DPM with your main guns. So if you're only using your main guns with that thing, you are pretty much useless. It's the worst at the tier. Luckily for you, they haven't really touched the secondaries. You still get 8 British cruiser guns, 234mm guns, 30,000 DPM, but these ones will actually reach it because they will register full pens. You get a range of close to 9 kilometers that you can increase to almost 12 kilometers if I'm not mistaken, 11 or 12 kilometers with your secondaries overload and a secondaries build. Yeah, and the fire chance of 8% because why not, after all, why not? And if that was not enough, you get secondaries, auto secondaries with a range of 7 kilometers that you can also increase. And yeah, DPM 15,000, it's pretty average, but yeah, combined with the previous one and the fire chance, you will actually melt anything that comes within 10 kilometers of your ship. So no torpedoes. Yeah, and so practically we do have the worst ship at range and the best ship at close range, but close range with that thing, it's actually closer to mid-range if I'm honest. Yeah, and it's certainly higher range than some cruisers at the tier, so yeah. I'm afraid that they haven't really nerfed what they needed to nerf. So I remember when that thing first came out, I only played one battle with it. I simply went straight into a center control map and I just killed everything in my way, and I was finally taken down after doing a big caliber. And yeah, honestly, when that thing first came out, the game was really unplayable for any ship that wasn't a battleship, and even for battleships it really wasn't nice meeting that thing. So yeah, has it actually changed? Not. Yeah, I did replay a couple of battles with those new commander skills activated, especially the last stand one, and you will not see it in that game because honestly, it's not like you really need last stand with that thing. So there you go, the first one tries to get close to me, and yeah, just, I mean, yeah, enough said. It's, I was actually grinding that line, the German gunboat line, when the Atlantico came out, and I stopped, because what you just saw there, that was my typical experience with that thing. But there you go, a long-range cruiser. Is it actually any better? Absolutely not. Nothing is safe from that stupid thing. As soon as you get within 11 kilometers, it's game over for you. So yeah, now that one of the DDs is gone, yeah, I think I'm simply going to go forward and I'm not going to stop anymore. I'm simply going to, yeah, accelerating, turn left, right, but I'm not going to stop or roll, yeah. Let's have fun. Let's have a little bit of fun and see how stupid we can be with that thing. The accuracy was nerfed. Yeah, kind of. No, that's an exception. Honestly, most of the time you will hit 3-4 shells. Yeah, but in that case, poor Shores, after killing the first one, the second one wasn't really lucky. So yeah, what do I see? I'm not going to waste a salvo on him because I do have more hit points right in front of me. This one is within 9 kilometers and I'm actually about to press the magic button. There you go, up, I'm going to fire them once, treat it as if it was a rapid reload to skill, wait until you are closer to the reload, and there you go, that's it. So yeah, how quickly can we take that Monarch down? Yeah, fairly quickly, I'm afraid. If you come within 10 kilometers, it's really game over. So it's still completely retarded. It's still a really stupid ship in in 2024, almost close to 2025. And yeah, oh, the Shores decides to. Yeah, I mean, why would you even do that? You know what? There is a battleship and a cruiser left of me, and I decided I was not going to stop anymore, so I'm going to go after them. And I'm simply pressing. It's, you know, it feels like, I think this is the Kaga of battleships. Honestly, there's no other way to describe it. Everything that you see that comes a little bit closer to you dies. There is absolutely nothing you can do about it. So please stay at range when you are meeting that thing. Even though you are not dealing a lot of damage, at least you are not dying like that poor Asturias. Because yeah, you get the Benson as auto secondaries, the British heavy cruiser as main secondaries, and you get your guns on top of it. I mean, look at that poor guy. So yeah, is it still retarded? Need I say more? So it's not as retarded as when it came out, but on a scale of 0 to 10, it's still a pretty big 9 to me. It's a completely stupid ship to play, and we finished that game without displaying an insane amount of skill, close to 100,000 damage. So there you go, let us bring the ratings of that thing. Yeah, while we are actually... yeah, let's debrief it with the ratings. So is it fun? I think it depends for whom, to be honest. It's not fun for the enemy team, and it wasn't fun for me as well. Tactically, it's the equivalent of watching paint dry. There is absolutely zero skill involved. You just press forward and you kill everything. That's it. That's what you do. So for that reason, is it beginner friendly? Yeah, it is. It is. It's probably the most beginner-friendly ship at tier 8. You can't really go wrong with it. Is it free-to-play friendly? Honestly, pretty much, yeah. If you can get the camo that increases the secondaries range, but it's already overpowered as it is right now. You don't really need the special commander. It's already good as it is. And the new commander skills... yeah, it's not like it fundamentally changes it. It just makes it worse, to be honest, but it's not really fundamentally altering your performance. So yeah, I'm afraid I have to give it 4 stars out of 5 because yeah, it's still an incredibly good ship, a little bit too good. I don't think Wargaming nerfed what had to be nerfed with that thing, or at least they haven't nerfed it enough, in my opinion. The new commander skill system just makes it even more broken. I didn't show you a game where I actually had to activate the last stand, but yeah, if you do enough stupid things, then yes, you might eventually have to activate it, and that just makes that thing unstoppable, let's be honest. So yeah, do I need to go through the end of the battle with that thing? I'm not sure. I think we've all gotten the message. It is still as retarded now as when it came out. And so yeah, I've done my job, I've covered it, I've covered the new commander skill system, don't ask me about it anymore, that was it. I'm done with that thing. See you, bye bye.